Ryan Garcia says when he comes back, he's coming for everybody's head. He's coming to destroy. I'm going to talk about that in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, I don't know how you found my video, but somehow, some way you made it. You have arrived at the content. Please help others find the content by throwing a like on the video. Now let's get into today's video. So Canelo Alvarez defeated Caleb Plant. Very good fight. I was highly entertained. Appreciate everybody who stopped by for the Boxingego watch party. BWP, the future of boxing talk. And Canelo looked good. You know, Caleb Plant looked good. And Canelo pulled through, got an 11th round stoppage. Very dramatic fashion. 2 knockdowns out of nowhere. And he became undisputed. Now somebody from his gym was there in attendance to support somebody who's received recent criticism from a very disciplined fighter in Canelo Alvarez, and that's his little brother, not in real life, but little bro, Ryan Garcia. Now, as Ryan Garcia was leaving, there was basically a media scrum of people and reporters who were following him, asking him various questions. And Ryan Garcia was responding. Ryan Garcia basically said, I'm just going to paraphrase, but you guys can catch the videos on YouTube. Ryan Garcia says that he had a rough year in 2021, and now as a result, he's coming for everybody's head, and he's at everybody. As soon as he comes back, he says he's mentally in a better space, and he's coming for everybody who doubted him. He's coming to destroy and rip their heads off and knock everybody out that oppressed him, basically. Now, this is my 2 cents. I think for some reason, I don't think Ryan Garcia fully gets it. It's probably because he's young, you know, and he's a celebrity. He's trying to figure everything out. But to me, he doesn't necessarily get it. I think at this point, based on Ryan Garcia, what he said and what he's put out there and how his career has played out with the whole, like, you got to understand in life sometimes the same things that make you laugh make you cry. It's called the gift and the curse. Ryan Garcia has that. He has the gift and the curse. And that's social media. The gift in social media is you get to convey message to your fans and connect with people from around the world. You get to inspire and motivate and touch bases with and read comments and things like that. And he did that and developed a great fan base quick. You know, he's young, hasn't even had a real title fight, but he already has 8 million plus almost 9 million followers. So that's the gift. But the curse in it is the same things that make you laugh, make you cry. Social media is also the ones that have no chill. The internet is undefeated. So when you do certain things and you're in the public eye and you're under a microscope being a celebrity, you're going to face the wrath of the internet when they perceive you as making bad decisions or the wrong decisions. And that's kind of what's happened with Ryan Garcia. So the weird thing is, I don't think Ryan fully gets it, is it's about action and less of what he's saying at this point, because he has said and done so many different things that have not happened. So I don't think people want to hear just words anymore, right? I can give you a quick rundown. He said he would fight Devin Haney. That fight didn't happen. Then later he switched and said that Devin Haney, you know, has to do more, and Devin got to get his numbers up, whatever numbers he's talking about, even though Devin Haney makes more money than him, you know, things like that. He was saying that Devin Haney needs to fight someone in the top 10, and then he just switched up. But after his fight and win in January with Luke Campbell, that's not what he was saying. He was like, yeah, me and Devin, okay, let's go. And when Devin went to his fight and got in the ring after he knocked somebody out, maybe Fonseca, he said, yeah, I'm turned up, let's go. Come on, Devin, we did it. And then he later said he doesn't respect Devin Haney. Devin needs to fight someone first. Devin Haney played his career political, so that's 1. Then he later said he was fighting Tank, that's 2. And he said he would spar Tank, none of which happened. Golden Boy got in the way, prevented the sparring. He said later he would fight Tank Davis, which didn't happen. 2 weeks after announcing he was going to fight Tank, and he said he would knock him out in 2 rounds, he later said, oh, something else came up and I got an even bigger fight coming up, you guys will be so surprised. I'm fighting a legend. And people are like, who's a bigger fight than Gervonta Davis, the fight you've been talking about that everybody has wanted to see for several years now? And then he randomly came out and said he's fighting Manny Pacquiao. That didn't happen, and so on and so forth. Came out and said he was fighting Javier Fortuna. They had this little weak flyer that they put out. A week later, he said he has too much anxiety and too much going on in his personal life. So as a result, he's not fighting Javier Fortuna. And that was supposed to be for a shot at Devin Haney, the winner of that fight. Jojo Diaz Jr. then stepped up to fight Javier Fortuna and beat him, moved up in weight. So that was a bad look because you had a guy in Jojo Diaz Jr. who was just hungry, and he moved up in a whole new weight class to fight a dangerous boogeyman like Javier Fortuna when you said you were fighting him. Now he was supposed to fight more recently. He was supposed to fight Jojo Diaz Jr. and Oscar De La Hoya was doing Instagram live saying, hey, Devin Haney, I don't like the way he's been promoted, so I'm gonna make Ryan Garcia and Jojo Diaz. So just be happy with that. And then some fans were happy with that, and then Ryan Garcia pulled out of that fight too. He pulled out of the Joseph Jojo Diaz Jr. fight. Said this time, he said his wrist or his hand was messed up, and he's out for the rest of the season. He's out for the rest of 2022. So once again, to bring this all home, I think it's a point right now where Ryan has said too much, and action is the only remedy to get people back on your side. And the shame is, one, he's super young. Two, he's got a lot of respect when he beat Luke Campbell based on getting dropped. And people said, okay, you stepped up. You fought a gold medalist who gave Jorge Linares a good fight, gave Lomachenko a good fight, got dropped, got back up. You did it like a warrior. And people gave him respect. And then all that respect has almost dissipated because he ended up doing, what I just listed right there. All those different things transpired. Fighting Tang, said he was fighting Pacquiao, said he was fighting Javier Fortuna, said he was fighting Jojo Diaz. So there's only so long fake thugs can pretend. There's only so long that you can string people on. So I think ultimately at this point, him doing these videos saying, oh, I'm going to knock people's heads off and you guys will be sorry. It's almost weird. He's almost acting like this is a victimhood type of mentality. And I hate when people do that, act like victims for situations they caused. There's a difference between being shot or getting shot and hit with a stray versus when the gunshot wound is self-inflicted. I'm gonna say that again. If you get shot or if you get hit with a stray, there's a difference between that and a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Ryan Garcia, his gunshot wound is self-inflicted. So it's weird to come across as if, oh, hey, everybody's doubting me and all the detractors and naysayers and all the haters, when you really brought a lot of this on yourself, if not all of it on yourself, right? Stay out of social media. Like his hands messed up now, but he was doing body shot challenges. He told TMZ and Mike Tyson on his podcast that he's going to knock Tank out. So, people are going to expect as a man for you to make good on those promises. One of them at least, you know what I mean? So the rah-rah stuff and, hey, everyone who doubted me, I'm coming to destroy them. And, it just sounds weird. And I think seeing is believing. And I also believe that's why Canelo Alvarez himself, his big bro, you just seen him pick up a great historic win and become undisputed. And he's very disciplined. There's no one that has said that Canelo Alvarez is not a disciplined fighter that I've ever heard, right? So Canelo, I made videos about this. Even Canelo Alvarez has reached out and did an interview with Complex where he gave that tough love to Ryan Garcia and said exactly pretty much what I'm saying. He said, Ryan Garcia, there's times we have to ask him to come to the gym to train. And he has a lot of talent. He's a talented kid, but he got to get back on track. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's my 2 cents. Ultimately, Ryan Garcia, he's young, he can make changes and he can bounce back from this. But for me, I think it's going to take more than just speaking, or at least if you've already disappointed people with your words for the better part of 2021, then just say less. Just know in your mind what you want to do and do it and pull it off and knock people's heads off, or fight Tank, or fight Devin, JoJo winner, or whatever your plans are to make this comeback. But at this point, I don't think people want to hear about the comeback versus seeing it. Let me know how I did in this video. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe if you like my content. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Sign it off. You dig. And I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.